योगः कर्मसु कौशलम्.
Hello friends, this is Professor Fahmida Sheikh from Gujarat College, Gujarat University. Let me introduce you to the topic. Marginal costing, standard costing and budgetary control are useful systems used by the management for decision making and controlling costs. Various tools and techniques of marginal costing, standard costing and budgetary control are used for the purpose of decision making and controlling costs. This system emphasizes on the devices of control and not on persons who use such devices. Responsibility accounting is a system of control where responsibility is assigned to persons for controlling costs. Persons are made responsible for the controlling of costs in responsibility accounting. In this session, we are going to discuss various aspects of responsibility accounting like concepts of responsibility accounting, features of responsibility accounting, process of responsibility accounting, business applications of responsibility accounting, significance or advantages of responsibility accounting, types of responsibility centers and how they are established and work to achieve organizational goal. Let us first discuss the concept of responsibility accounting in detail. Responsibility accounting is related with assignments of responsibility to particular person for exercising control over cost, generating revenue, earning maximum profit and making investment of resources in such a manner to maximize return on investment. In order to perform as per responsibility assigned, sufficient authority is also delegated to persons who are responsible to the control cost or generating revenue or earning profit and return on investment. Sufficient information will also be supplied to him to facilitate his performance. In case the performance is not according to the predetermined standard, then the persons who are assigned this duty will be personally responsible for it. Thus, you must have understood that in responsibility accounting, the emphasis is on man rather than on systems. Responsibility accounting is a contemporary technique of management accounting. For example, if Mr. Joshi is the manager of the marketing department, prepares the cost budget of his department, then he will be made responsible for exercising control over costs. He will see that costs should not exceed the budgeted cost. He will also put his efforts best to reduce the cost of compared to budgeted as his performance is measured by top level management as he is assigned the responsibility of cost. In case the cost of his department are more than the budgeted cost, then Mr. Joshi will try to find out reasons and take necessary corrective measures. Mr. Joshi will be personally held responsible for the performance of his department. Responsibility accounting name itself suggests that accounting of certain things where responsibility assigned to someone. Responsibility accounting is a process that measures the performance of person who is assigned for a specific responsibility or responsibility centers. Responsibility accounting is concerned with the controllable cost. In this accounting, the cost is separated as controllable and uncontrollable cost. Responsibility accounting represents how manager has performed for a responsibility centers. If controllable cost is well managed by a manager, then it will be better for the organization and helpful to achieve organizational goal. Responsibility accounting gives costing details to the manager of responsibility center. Responsibility accounting involves reporting costs on the basis of authority of person for day-to-day decision. It measures the performance of manager for specific responsibility center assigned. Evaluation of manager's performance is based on the matters which are directly under the control of manager. This accounting system motivates the manager for better performance as it measures individual performance. It also helps to fix the responsibility of manager for any decision. Periodic evaluation of performance indicates the difference between actual performances and budgeted. It is possible to take corrective action on the basis of performance evaluations which lead to attain organizational goals. Better implementation of responsibility accounting is possible when proper organization structure is there. It may be applied to mostly large companies where many subunits are working either at domestic level or at multinational level. Various authors have given the definitions for the responsibility accounting. According to Charles T. Holmgren, responsibility accounting is a system of accounting that recognizes various decision centers throughout an organization and traces cost to the individual managers who are primarily responsible for making decisions about the cost in question. According to the Institute of Cost and Work Accounts of India, responsibility accounting is a system of management accounting under which accountability is established according to the responsibility delegated to various levels of management and a management information and reporting system instituted to give adequate feedback in terms of the delegated responsibility. Under this system, divisions or units of an organization under a specified authority in a person are developed as responsibility centers and evaluated individually for their performance. Now let us discuss about the characteristics or features of responsibility accounting which are derived from the definitions different from the product or functional accounting. Responsibility accounting is a positional accounting system where responsibility is delegated in favor of individual for execution of organizational plans and evaluations of actual performance for determining whether actual operations have gone according to what was planned. Focus on controllable and non-controllable cost differentiation. The responsibility accounting system is associated with delegated authority at the discretion of the individual responsible for execution of a task. More the delegation, more the controllable cost at the discretion of the individual, and more the scope of accounting the responsibility of the individuals. Control rather than mere accounting. Under the conventional system of cost accounting, overhead accumulated are allocated amongst different cost centers defined for this purpose. Through this conventional system of cost accounting, an individual in charge of cost center is burdened with a number of overhead over which he may have little control. Hence, the system of responsibility accounting is recommended whereby the person controlling or initiating a particular cost should be held responsible for it. Not an accounting by itself. Responsibility accounting just uses of different financial accounting and costing tools like budgeting, standard costing, trend analysis, operating leverage and pricing techniques to access the performance of the person who can best influence the cost and revenue of a business unit. He is responsible for it. No accounting exercise is made in responsibility accounting process for such tools. Various centers are established. For responsibility accounting, organizations need to establish various centers like cost center, revenue center, profit and investment center. Assignment of responsibility and authority Manager of specific responsibility center is responsible for assigned responsibility center. Authority is also given to the manager to make day-to-day decision and make systematic report for the center and submit it to the management. Controllable cost. Manager need to identify the controllable cost because efficiency of the center comes from this. Some costs are not controllable like rent and tax, but labor, raw material, etc. can be controlled by effective utilizations of your resources. Performance evaluations. Manager needs to prepare systematic report for assigned responsibility center to the top management. Top management will evaluate the performance of manager by comparing report and budgets or target. Targets or budgets. For effective use of responsibility accounting, top management should fix the target or budget for specific responsibility center. These targets and budgets are taken as base for performance evaluations of specific responsibility center. Target or budget helps to the appropriate, otherwise it will not apply in well manner. Now let us discuss steps involved in the process of responsibility accounting. Step 1. Establish responsibility centers and affixing responsibility to appropriate personnel. Step 2. Set the targets or budgets for responsibility center. Step 3. Preparations of report with variances between actual values and desired values and reasons for variances. Step 4. Submit report to top management. Step 5. Analysis of the report and find out the reasons of variances. Step 6. Take corrective action and inform to the responsibility center and manager. Let's discuss about the business application of responsibility accounting. In India, many companies working at multinational level. Many companies have subunit and branches at other countries. For example, a software company is working in India as well as other countries. Suppose we consider domestic subunit of software company. One is working at Bangalore and other is at Pune. You can see in the diagram that Pune center has 3 subunit 1, 2 and 3. Each subunit is called as responsibility center. Manager of Pune center will be responsible for cost of all 3 subunits. Responsibility will be assigned to Pune center and Bangalore center. If Pune center has not performed as per target or budget, corporate office will call the manager of Pune center. Top management will ask for the reason for not performing as per standard fixed. The manager of Pune center will collect the report from the subunit center and examine responsible factors and give his explanation to the top level management. Now each subunits of Pune center will send the report to the manager and manager evaluates the reports and try to find out the reasons for lower performance compared to the standard performance. Then detailed report will be sent to the corporate office. Corporate office will take some corrective actions. Corporate office will inform and communicate all the corrective actions to the Pune center manager. After that, Pune center manager send it to the responsible subunit where corrective actions need to be implemented. Now we shall discuss the significance of responsibility accounting. Number 1. Specific accounting of respective person. In responsibility accounting, responsibility is assigned to manager and authority is also given to the manager. When authority and responsibility are clearly mentioned, then it is very easy to identify who is responsible for not achieving predetermined goals. Comparison. Organization can compare the performance of responsibility centers. In responsibility accounting, targets and budgets are already provided to the managers of responsibility centers. Actual performance of the responsibility center could be compared with the budgeted performance. It is also possible to compare with the other center as well. Third, control. Organization can take corrective action after analyzing detailed reports of responsibility centers. If variation is found, it is possible for the organization to exercise control on the specific responsibility center where deficiency arises. Number 4. Efficiency. As responsibility and authority are given to the manager of responsibility center, efficiency of each responsibility center can be measured. After specific time or task, performance of responsibility centers are evaluated by top management, which motivates to perform well. It leads high efficiency among the responsibility center head. Fifth, guide to the management. On the basis of performance of each responsibility center, top management can take decision regarding future budgets and targets. Past performance of responsibility center guides the top management for decision regarding corrective actions and future plans. Availability of data. Detailed reports are prepared by each responsibility center manager. It is very easy for top management to get data from any point of time. It provides source of information in time to top management. 7th, speedy decision. Authority is given to the responsibility center manager. So, by using market knowledge or knowledge in the area of responsibility assigned, manager can take decision without long process. So, mostly decisions are taken in specialized, accurate and speedy manner. Let us discuss about the concept of responsibility center. In present scenario, companies are working at large scale with different products. So, the management requires division of work and responsibility among people. If any organizations want to success with multiple products and units, they need to decentralize the work. In India, we have good example of Reliance company which is decentralized on the basis of product. Decentralization means the process of delegating authority and responsibility to the manager. Responsibility center is unit or function of an organization headed by a manager who is directly responsible for the predominance of his division or team. Responsibility center manager is responsible for all the decisions regarding the center. The manager has authority for day-to-day decision for assigned center. Top management can take direct information from the responsibility center. Responsibility center are further classified as revenue center, expense center, profit center and investment center. Now, let us discuss the characteristics of responsibility center. Organization structure play an important role in assigning responsibility and authority on the basis of hierarchy. Each responsibility center has their own objective for their centers like maximize profit, minimize cost and so on. Each responsibility center is headed by one manager who is responsible for the responsibility center's performance. Performance evaluation is done by top management by measuring input and output of each responsibility center. Top management also measures the efficiency and effectiveness of each responsibility center. Now, let us discuss about the responsibility center in detail. Number 1, revenue center. In an organization, marketing department mostly work as revenue center as they are concerned with increasing sales. In the revenue center, manager has authority and responsibility to increase revenue from sales but cannot charge the price for what they are selling and cannot fix cost of the product or services. This center is responsible for only revenue, not for the units to be produced and cost of production. So, revenue center is responsible for revenue from the product, not for the cost of product or services that the center offer. The main objective of this center is to earn maximum the revenue. The center is suitable when many salesperson working to generate more revenue. Each salesperson becomes subunit or center for the organization. Let's understand this revenue center by one example of departmental store. In one departmental store, many products are available from the different segment. Revenue center is created for the managers like grocery, apparel, laundry items, etc. In this case, manager of grocery responsibility center is responsible for the revenue generated from the grocery sale. Here, purchase and cost of the grocery is not under the control of this center. There is different cost on expense center for purchase of grocery. Second, expense center or cost centers. Nowadays, cost center and expense centers are treated as same. Cost center is wider term compared to expense center. In this center, input on expenses are measured in monetary terms. Here, manager is responsible for the cost of production of product or services. This center has no relation with the how much revenue is generated from the sales of product or services. There are two types of cost involved in expense center: engineered cost and discretionary cost. Engineered costs are costs which can be estimated at some extent by the manager. This cost is associated with productions of goods. In manufacturing unit, certain costs like direct labor, raw material can be measured in monetary terms, but output of the responsibility center is measured in terms of cost of units produced. Efficiency of these centers can be measured by comparing actual cost with the budgeted cost. Some administrative and supporting department helps to engineer expenses which can be compared with budgeted and actual cost of units produced from responsibility centers. Discretionary expenses are those expenses that are important for the business but are subject to management discretion. Examples of discretionary expenses are advertisement expenses, employee training and development expenses, research and development expenses. In discretionary centers, management decides the policies regarding such expenses. The management will fix the amount of money for research and development and public relations, etc. This center is suitable for the productions or manufacturing division. Let's understand this concept by the example of construction site. One construction site in Ahmedabad known as ABC Garden City. Now, sales office of this center is known as revenue center and the production or construction of the building is known as cost center. Division of the cost center are as under. Here, ABC Garden City has classified two main cost centers: engineered cost and discretionary cost. Engineered cost covers costs like raw material, labor and supervision. Here in these three engineered expenses, centers may have other subunits or centers like cement, iron, sand, skilled labor, unskilled labor, etc. Discretionary costs cover marketing cost for hoarding and newspaper advertisements and legal cost for approval. Third, profit center. Now let's discuss the profit center. The profit center is measured by the financial performance in terms of monetary profit. When performance of organization or center is measured in terms of profit, known as profit center. The difference between revenue and cost expenses is known as profit. The responsibility of this center is to generate more profit. Profit center have control on both cost of the productions and sales of the product or services. Profit center manager can take decision regarding both cost and revenue centers. Profit of the center shows how economically center has performed. It motivates the manager to perform well. This type of center helps to encourage to the manager for new initiatives in the organization. Parent organization provide finance to subunit or responsibility center to generate profit. Here, the profit means the operating profit. Operating profit is considered because it is convenient method for calculation and evaluation of performance. Profit center is equals to revenue center plus cost center, and profit is equals to revenue minus cost. Let's understand this profit center by a departmental store example. One departmental store having different product segment. Every product segment is different responsibility centers. If grocery centers has responsibility and authority to sell the grocery and purchase the grocery, then it is known as profit center. In this case, manager is responsible for the cost of procurement and revenue generated from the sale of grocery. In the similar way, other segment also works like apparel, toiletries, etc. Later on, top management evaluate the performance of each centers on the basis of the profit generated by each center. The main objective of the profit center is to generate maximum profit from the operations. Fourth, investment center. Now we will discuss the investment center. Investment center includes cost, revenue and assets used to generate profit. Investment center mostly work at corporate office level. Manager will decide to invest more on expansion of business on the basis of profit variables. Investment center measures the economic performance of the organization. The main objective of the investment center is to maximize the profit from the investment made. Responsibility center manager of investment center has authority to take decision regarding further investment. Manager can take decision regarding further investment as expansions and acquisitions of capital assets and so on. The performance of investment center is measured by calculating return on investment and residual income. Continuing with the example of departmental store, departmental store have various profit centers like grocery, apparels and toiletries etc. for specific location. Now top management want to start new departmental store at different location. It may be at local level, national or international level. Here corporate office will take the decision regarding to open a new departmental store at a new location on the basis of information and knowledge of market. Here, investment center manager is responsible for the profit and loss to be generated from the newly opened store. In this new departmental store, many assets are required to purchase like land, building, etc. Responsibility centers can be measured at different level of management. Cost and revenue centers work at bottom level of organization. It is clear from the diagram that profit center work at the middle level of management and investment center is established at top level of management. Let us summarize today's discussion on responsibility accounting. Responsibility accounting is related with assignments of responsibility to particular person for exercising control over cost, generating revenue, earning maximum profit and making investment of resources in such a manner to maximize return on investment. In order to perform as per responsibility assigned, sufficient authority is also delegated to persons who are responsible to control cost or generating revenue or earning profit and returning on investment. Sufficient information will also be supplied to him to facilitate his performance. In case the performance is not according to the predetermined standard, then the person who are assigned this duty will be personally responsible for it. Thus, you must have understood that in responsibility accounting, the emphasis is on man rather than on systems. Responsibility accounting is a contemporary technique of management accounting. Assignment of responsibility of cost, revenue, profit and investment are four major areas which are known as responsibility centers. A responsibility center is subunit of an organization under the control of a man. The main responsibility centers are cost center, revenue center, profit center and investment center. In case of cost center, the manager is held accountable only for cost incurred in his respective responsibility center. Revenue center as a center responsible for raising revenue with no responsibility for production. A profit center is that segment of organization which is concerned with both maximizing revenues as well as minimizing cost and earn maximum profit. A responsibility center is called an investment center when its manager is responsible for cost and revenue as well as for the investment in assets used by his center. The return on investment is used as the performance evaluation criteria in an investment center. The main aim of profit center is to maximize the profit by either controlling cost or increasing revenues. A sound and well-designed organization structure with strictly defined authority and responsibility should exist to implement the process of responsibility accounting successfully. The organization should be divided into various defined responsibility centers. We also discussed the practical applications of responsibility accounting and its benefit to the organization. That's all with the discussion. I hope you must have enjoyed the session of contemporary issues of responsibility accounting. Hope you understood and enjoyed the lecture. Thank you.